An 18-year-old Ethiopian woman in Sudan was the victim of a brutal gang rape. 7 men raped her as she was looking for a new home. She went into an empty building where they did this horrible thing to her. She was 3 months pregnant at the time. However, a Sudanese court has convicted the woman. She was fined 500 Sudanese pounds, and she received a suspended 1-month sentence, jail sentence, due to her pregnancy. Now, originally, she was facing the death penalty for adultery, but then they found out that she was divorced, and they're like, all right, fine, we won't kill you. You are a rape victim and all, and you're single, so it's okay. But they basically convicted her of indecent acts.
Okay. But don't worry, they got 6 of the 7 men on adultery and distributing indecent material because there was videotape of it. What kind of justice system puts a woman in jail for being gang raped? And of course, what do they base it on? So we have to do it. It's our morals. They judge it, they do it based on their morality.
Yeah.
Oftentimes when people are talking about morality, they mean the exact opposite.
Absolutely. So originally, after this gang rape happened, she wanted to file a report, which under this type of system, I don't really understand why anyone would want to file a report, because they're going to blame you. They're going to blame the victim. But unfortunately at that time, or fortunately, it was a public holiday, so she was unable to do so. So according to the report, when the woman later tried to file a complaint of rape, she was prohibited due to her involvement in the criminal investigation.
Okay, since we know you were raped, we know you had sex, therefore you're a criminal, so you can't file charges against the people who raped you. Oh, it makes the head hurt. Oh my God. So by the way, the second thing that it does, outside of the incredibly indecent act that they did to her in specific and the gross injustice, is it sends a huge sign to everybody in Sudan: go out and rape anyone you like. Like, maybe you get caught, maybe we charge you with adultery or something like that, right?
Yep.
Or videotaping the rape, we might charge you with that, ha ha he he. But if you're a woman, report it at your peril. So that's a free-for-all.
Yep.
You know, almost no one will report it because of that. That means you can rape anyone you like.
And you see similar activity in India, not in the sense that the victim will be prosecuted the way that she was, right? In Sudan, this particular incident is actually worse. But in India, a lot of times women will be raped, they'll be sexually assaulted, and there's never any justice because prosecutors won't go after the rapist. So it sends this message that, hey, you know what, you can do this and get away with it, which is why rape continues to be a really big problem in India. And I imagine it's a big problem in countries like Sudan, where there are absolutely no consequences or very little consequences for the actual perpetrators.
And in Muslim regions, oftentimes they'll say, well, look, in order to convict the guy, we need 4 witnesses. And he raped you alone in a room. So there's no witnesses. But you just admitted to the sex. And that's a crime. So you're going to jail for being raped, and he's free to go because you don't have 4 witnesses against him.
By the way, they were going to give her the death sentence, okay? Death penalty if she was married when this gang rape happened.
So definitely don't get raped if you're married.
I was under the assumption that adultery meant that, hey, you're having an affair, like it's a consensual affair. Getting raped, it's against your will. You did not want to have sex with those people.
One last thing about this. You know why we can't comprehend it? Because we're coming at it from a different context. They're coming at it from the context that women are property, right? And since they're property, well, you got raped. Who cares if it's your fault or not your fault? You're tainted. You're tainted goods. So in the case of the death sentence, we throw you away, right? But wait, I didn't commit adultery. You're saying, it wasn't volitional. Who cares if it's volitional or not? The property is damaged either way.
So it's pathetic.